right? Dreams,
Hmm.
familiar, right? But also kind of mysterious.
Yeah, totally. I mean, we've been fascinated by them for centuries.
But still,
Still, so much we don't get.
exactly. You know, it's wild. All the stuff you sent us,
Research, personal stories, even some...
yeah, even some like almost supernatural stuff.
It's like a puzzle
Yeah.
waiting to be put together.
A puzzle about our own minds, really.
Yeah.
And we're going to try to do that right here.
Right here in this deep dive, unpack it all, see what we can learn.
About why we dream, what they even mean,
Yeah.
and how they affect us, like when we're awake.
Exactly. It's not just a nighttime thing,
No, not at all. And one thing that blew me away just right off the bat,
Yeah.
we dream way more than we realize.
Oh, way more. Most people don't know.
Like 4 to 6 times a night. That's crazy.
It is. But we usually don't remember most of them.
Right. It's like they just disappear. Poof.
Well, our brains are busy during sleep, processing all sorts of stuff.
So it's like filtering, deciding what's important.
Something like that. Maybe some dreams are just not deemed worthy of remembering. Who knows?
But then some sneak through. Like that story about the person laughing in their sleep.
Right. I mean, that had to come from a dream, even if they didn't remember the details.
Exactly. Shows you something's happening down there, even if we're not fully aware.
Totally. And that leads to a big question, really.
Which is?
Why? Why all this dreaming activity? What's the point?
Right. Good question.
And one theory is it's all about processing information, like helping us solidify memories.
Makes sense. Remember that study with the maze?
Oh, yeah, the one where people who slept after learning it?
Yeah, they were way better at navigating it later.
Exactly, like their brains were working on it behind the scenes while they slept.
It's amazing.
Yep.
And it's not just that kind of memory, right?
No, not at all. Studies show all sorts of brain areas light up during sleep, like...
The one's connected to memory, emotion.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like we're making sense of the day,
Yeah.
even if we don't realize it.
Processing emotions, wow. And what about those stories where people actually solve problems in their dreams?
Ah, yes, the aha moment, but in your sleep.
Like that software developer stuck on this coding problem?
And then boom, the solution pops up in a dream.
It's wild. Like their subconscious was working on it all along.
It seems that way. Maybe the relaxed state of dreaming, it helps make connections.
Connections our awake brain just doesn't see.
Maybe, yeah. Like less logic, more free-flowing thinking.
That's so cool. So not just filing away memories, but actually thinking differently.
It seems so. Some researchers think certain parts of the brain are less active during dreaming.
The parts that are all about logic and reasoning.
Right. So we can think more creatively outside the box.
I like that. Outside the box. And here's a thought. What if dreams aren't just about the past?
Oh. You mean like the future?
Exactly. Like maybe they're helping us prepare for what's coming.
You're talking about the evolutionary theory, right?
Yeah, the dreams are like a simulator
Uh-huh.
for threats
Right, like a virtual reality, but for dangerous situations.
to help us react better if they happen for real.
Exactly. By facing those fears in a dream, we're more prepared in real life.
It makes sense in a way. Like practice makes perfect.
In a sense, yes. Even the scary dreams, they might be helping us.
Wow. So even nightmares can be useful.
Maybe. One researcher, Ernest Hartman, he calls it emotional rehearsal.
Like getting ready for stress and tough situations.
Right. And it reminded me of that anecdote about the person dreaming of guns jamming.
Oh yeah, whenever they were in danger. That's terrifying.
It is. But maybe it was their brain's way of dealing with feeling powerless or vulnerable.
Like working through that anxiety, even if it was scary.
Exactly. And remember, dreams don't always speak literally.
Right, they're full of symbols, metaphors.
Exactly. So those recurring themes, they might be pointing to something deeper.
Deeper, like emotional patterns, stuff we haven't dealt with.
Exactly. It's like our dreams are trying to tell us something, but in a secret code.
And we have to crack that code to understand what they mean.
It's like learning a whole new language, the language of the subconscious.
Wow, the language of the subconscious. I like that.
And that's part of what makes dreams so fascinating, right? They offer this window into ourselves.
The parts we hide, even from ourselves, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. And that's not all. It's not all about danger and survival either.
Right, there are those dreams about, like, emotions.
Exactly. Like dreaming about someone you love, but they don't love you back.
Ouch, yeah, been there. But maybe it's a way to process those feelings safely.
Right. Like a way to deal with those tough emotions without the real-world consequences.
So an emotional outlet, a way to work through
A
things.
way to explore our feelings, even the painful ones, in a safe space.
That's actually really helpful,
Yeah.
you know, to think of it that way. Dreams, they can be so weird, like unsettling sometimes.
Definitely. And one that really stood out from the stuff you sent,
Yeah.
sleep paralysis. It's a fascinating one, but creepy too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sleep paralysis. I've heard of it, but never experienced it.
It's a strange one for sure. Basically, it's like a disconnect.
A disconnect.
Yeah, between your sleep stages. Like the boundaries get blurred.
Between being awake and asleep.
Exactly. And you know how in REM sleep, our muscles are paralyzed?
Yeah, to stop us from acting out our dreams, right?
But with sleep paralysis, that paralysis, it kind of sticks around.
Even though you're waking up.
Yeah. So imagine you're conscious, but you can't move.
Can't move, can't speak.
Totally helpless. And some of the descriptions in the stuff you sent,
Oh, yeah, they were intense.
people feeling this pressure on their chest, like they can't breathe.
Scary stuff. No wonder it's linked to all those supernatural stories.
Totally. And it gets worse because a lot of people, they also see things.
See things. Like hallucinations.
Hallucinations, yeah. Often it's a shadowy figure looming over them.
Oh, wow, that's creepy. Like right out of a horror movie.
It is. Some people hear things too. Voices, footsteps.
So it's like your brain is creating your worst nightmare, but you think it's real.
It's like that, yeah. And researchers think it's a mix of things causing it.
Like what?
Well, the changes in your brain when you're coming out of REM sleep.
The chemicals and stuff.
Right. And also our own anxieties, our cultural beliefs.
So it's like a perfect storm of biology and psychology, creating this terrifying experience.
It seems that way, yeah. And those shadowy figures, they tap into some deep-seated fears,
Fear of the unknown, the dark.
Exactly. So it's not just random. There's a reason those specific hallucinations are so common.
That's fascinating. But is there anything you can do if it happens to you?
Well, there's no guaranteed way to stop it, but one thing that might help,
Yeah.
try to focus on moving, even just a tiny bit, like wiggle a finger or toe.
Just to break that feeling of paralysis.
Exactly. Sometimes that can be enough to snap you out of it.
Okay, good tip. Now let's talk about something a little more fun.
Oh, like what?
Lucid dreaming. The idea of knowing you're dreaming while you're in the dream.
Ah, yes. Lucid dreaming. It's like becoming the master of your own dream world.
And some people can do it naturally, right?
Some people, yeah. But there are techniques you can try to make it more likely.
Like keeping a dream journal. I've heard that helps.
Yeah, dream journaling is great. It helps you become more aware of your dreams.
To notice the patterns, the weird stuff that happens.
Right. And once you start noticing those things, you're more likely to realize you're dreaming while it's happening.
And there are those reality checks too, like trying to put your finger through your hand.
The classic reality check. Because in dreams, physics doesn't always work the same way.
Right, so if your finger goes through your hand, you know you're dreaming.
Exactly. It's all about increasing your awareness, your metacognition.
Fancy word. But yeah, being more aware of your own mind.
And once you're lucid, the possibilities are endless. You can control the dream, do whatever you want.
It sounds amazing. Like the ultimate escape from reality.
It can be, but it's not just for fun. There are potential benefits, too.
Yeah. Like what?
Well, researchers are looking into using it for therapy, like for nightmares, phobias.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. Like facing your fears, but in a safe environment.
Exactly. Because in a lucid dream, you know it's not real, so it's less scary.
And it's like virtual reality therapy, but for your own personal issues.
It's like that, yeah. Very personalized. And now, let's talk about something a little more mysterious.
More mysterious. What could be more mysterious than lucid dreaming?
Well, how about precognitive dreams? Dreams that seem to predict the future.
Oh, wow. Precognitive dreams.
Yeah.
That's getting into some pretty wild territory.
It is, and mainstream science is still skeptical for the most part.
But there are those stories, right? People dreaming about something and then it happens.
There are definitely stories, and even some small studies that hint at something more than just coincidence.
Like maybe our brains are tapping into something we don't fully understand.
Maybe some researchers think it might be about unconscious pattern recognition.
Like our brains are picking up on subtle clues, things we don't consciously notice.
Right. And maybe those clues, they come out in our dreams in a symbolic way.
So it's not like seeing the future, literally.
No, more like glimpses of possibilities, perhaps. Things that might happen.
It's still pretty mind-blowing. Okay, let's switch gears a bit.
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
Something more down to earth, like color. Do you dream in color?
Good question. My dreams, they're usually a mix. Sometimes color, sometimes black and white.
Interesting. I think mine are almost always in black and white, like old movies.
Really? That's interesting. I wonder if it says something about us. Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe our personalities or how our brains work.
Maybe. There's some research on it, but not a lot of clear answers yet.
Yeah, what about people who are blind? Do they dream in visual images?
Actually, they do dream, but not in visual images since they've never seen.
Right, that makes sense.
So their dreams are filled with other sensations, sounds, textures, smells.
It's amazing how adaptable the brain is.
It is. It finds ways to create those dream experiences no matter what.
Like, our brains are just wired for it, to tell stories, even in our sleep.
Yeah, it makes you realize dreaming, it's a fundamental part of being human, you know?
It really is. And, another anecdote that resonated with me,
Yeah.
the one about dreaming of being in an exam, but you can't read the questions.
Oh, yeah. I've had that one. It's so stressful.
It's a classic. And it often reflects, those feelings of inadequacy.
If you're a failure, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Like our subconscious is testing us, even in our sleep.
And the one about the car brakes failing every time they drove. I wonder if that means something too.
Recurring dreams, they often point to something deeper, like unresolved issues.
So not just random weirdness.
Right. It's like
Yeah.
our subconscious is trying to get our attention.
Like a message, but we don't speak the language.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And dream interpretation is a whole field.
But even knowing a little bit about symbols, it can be helpful.
Totally. It's like learning to listen to your inner voice.
So after all this, the science, the stories, the mysteries, why do we dream? Do we even know? That's the big question, isn't it? And honestly, there's no easy answer.
No one theory that explains it all.
Right. But one thing's for sure, dreams aren't just meaningless noise.
They're definitely connected to our brains, our memories, emotions.
All of that. And each theory we talked about, it probably plays a part.
Like processing information, emotions, maybe even preparing for threats.
But the full picture, it's still kind of a mystery.
It's like a glimpse into another world, a world with its own rules.
And that's what keeps us fascinated, right? The mystery of it all.
It makes you realize how much we still don't know about our own minds.
Exactly. And maybe that's okay. Maybe some things are meant to remain mysterious.
I think we've given our listeners a lot to think about.
Definitely. The science, the personal stories, the big questions.
Hopefully it'll make them pay more attention to their own dreams.
Absolutely. Keep a dream journal. Notice the recurring themes, the emotions.
It's like getting to know yourself better through your dreams.
And who knows, maybe you'll even unlock some hidden creativity or solve a problem.
Well, that's a great note to end on. The power of dreams, the mysteries they hold.
So sweet dreams, everyone. And keep exploring those inner worlds.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into dreams. We'll see you next time.